Hey Budget fam, it's Jordan from Jordan Budgets. Today we are cash stuffing our variable spending, meaning our weekly money, things that we need throughout the week like gas, groceries, some summer fun money, that kind of stuff. And then we will put a bit of money into our sinking funds and a lot of money into bills. So before we get into it, let's go ahead and count the cash, make sure we have what we think we have. I'm already confused. I really need a calculator. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 80, 600, 20, 40, 60, 80, 700, 4, 5, 6, 7, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 800, 805, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, $850 here. Yes, okay. I counted that like 3 times. Sorry guys. Okay, normally I wouldn't have so many 20s. I would have 50s instead, but I went to the ATM instead of going to the teller and the machine only had 20s in it. So here we are. We have a bunch of 20s, which is harder for me to count. How are you guys doing? Happy 4th of July. It is very hot here. It's very hot in South Mississippi, so all of our plans for the day are pushed back later to the day because I don't want to be outside. I don't want to be outside in the middle of the day. So here we are together cash stuffing instead. I hope you guys have some fun family plans for 4th of July or some fun plans with your friends. We're actually hanging out with friends today instead of family. We see family all the time, okay? Nothing's going on bad with family, but my brother has moved for a job, I think I told you guys, and typically we all get together for 4th of July, and it's not happening this year, and I think it's just because my brother's not here, and he is a key player in organizing sort of like the barbecue style holidays, you know, to see our friends tonight. So we are excited, and I have some fun plans with the boys later this week that we'll talk about. We might talk about that at a different time because my kids don't know about it yet, so I don't want to talk about it while they're in the house, you know. So let's start with cash stuffing our variable spending. Groceries takes up most of our money, guys. I have to sneeze. Excuse me. Groceries is taking up like all of our variable money right now. I do give us $75 for every other day. So Monday through Tuesday, groceries get 50, 60, 75. So it is Tuesday, and I haven't spent any of this money because I do know that we're gonna go get a couple things on our way to see our friends. So I knew I would need some of this money also as like 4th of July money. So we're cheating. But the reason I love doing it this way is because when I break up our grocery monies to every other day, it keeps me way more accountable. If I didn't break it up this way, I would have spent grocery money for the week yesterday, and then I still would have spent more money as like party money. But knowing that 4th of July was on Tuesday, I've been using food in our freezer and just making the money stretch a little bit more because I knew I wanted to save this money specifically for like party food money. Saying all that to say, I'm loving breaking up groceries to every other day. 20, 40, 60, 75. I do get some comments that's like, girl, you need $75 for every other day. Okay, hold on a second. I'm not spending any money on Sunday. Sunday is kind of like a clean out the fridge, clean out the pantry kind of day. We don't allot $75 or we don't allot any money for every single Sunday. Also though, yes, I'm spending $75. This is groceries, this is stuff for the house like toiletries and stuff, and fast food money. So when I'm only spending $75 every other day on those categories, that's actually really good for me. How much are you guys spending? I do get some comments saying that like that's ridiculous, but I don't know, kids are very expensive, y'all. Like they eat a lot, they're growing. So if it were just me, 20, 40, 60, let's say I want to save some of this money, so let's go ahead and put 80 in groceries for Friday and Saturday, 20, 40, 60, 80 instead of the 75. And then that extra 5 that we're putting in here, I'll just know that's my coffee money because I do spend about $5 to $7 per week on Dunkin'. We're gonna roll that 5 over to Dunkin' later, but let's get back to it. Oh, so if it were just food for myself, like I could live on noodles and pasta and stuff too, but my kids are growing and I want them to continue growing, you know? So I do spend a lot of money on food, vitamins, snacks they want, drinks they want. We drink a lot of water and I don't trust our water, so water can be expensive. Anyway, yeah, this is me trying to justify spending $75 every other day on food. It just, honestly guys, when I'm only spending $75 on those categories, that's me doing really well, you know. Gas for the car, we're gonna put 20. I did just fill up. It takes me about $60 in gas every 3 weeks, like every third week I fill up. So let's start sort of restocking this money for that. And that's all we're gonna stuff in this binder. I do have a summer fun category, which I almost put extra money into summer fun to cover 4th of July foods and snacks and things, but we're not gonna do it. We're gonna pull from the grocery money and we're gonna make it work this week because I am over on Instagram and on the shorts here on YouTube. I have been stuffing the 100-day savings challenge. Go check those out if you haven't yet. I'm having a lot of fun with it, but it of course, as the weeks go on, it's starting to cut into my budget a little bit more. I do want to pay off the car though, so it's totally worth it. Bills. Bills is going to get the majority of our money. Let's go ahead and pull this. We're going to pretend every bill here is a 50. And let's put, I guess, let's see if we have 500 here to put towards bills. And then we should still have about $100 left to put towards the rest of our sinking funds. So bills for August. This is bills for August. I said in my last video that I was like behind on bills. What I meant was I normally pay bills ahead of time, right? So like at the end of June, I should have all of the bills paid for July. I don't have July quite figured out yet. We are paying a couple bills as we go. We're still gonna say for August here as if we're not worried about July. I'm a little worried about July, but I'm hoping if I keep stuffing this like normal and I just make July bills work on the back end and not pull from this money, we can get back to being ahead. Does that make sense? Like, I'm really just hoping to make a little extra money this month to cover July as it's happening, but still get ahead on August. We'll see what happens. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 80, 500. So $500 towards bills. That is a lot of bills. We're gonna see if it fits in this envelope. I gotta say though guys, I'm still impressed with these envelopes. None of them have torn on me. By far my favorite wallet so far. So while we're coloring in these bills, we do need to color, what, 10 of them? Let me know what you guys are up to. Comments below, tell me what you guys are doing for the 4th or just what you have planned in general this week. Are you surviving the heat? If you are in the South, y'all, it is so hot. If you don't have any form of like water source outside, I don't know how you're surviving. My kids do have a, I call it a kiddie pool because it's like an in-between. Like it's 12 foot around, which is plenty of space for the kids. Honestly, I could sit in it and be very comfortable too, but my kids are wild. They're wild children, and so I like to give them their space. I sit in the shade with a fan, and it's still very, very hot. So be careful if you're outside. Stay hydrated. If you're in the north, are you guys like having comfortable weather, or is it also unbearably hot for you too? 100, 200, 300, 400. Let's color in 2 more. But I'm not trying to complain. I'm very thankful it is summer. My boys love playing in that little pool so much. Okay, speaking of pools, I need you guys' help. Tell me, when is the best time to buy an above ground pool? Because we do have a small one, and it's sort of what I feel comfortable like getting away with on a rental property because it's not messing up like very much of the grass, and my plan is to repair the grass. That's a story for another day. But if you guys have purchased an above ground pool, just a soft shelled pool, if you've purchased one in the last couple years, tell me what is the month, like what's the best month to buy one, because I have my eye on a 20 foot around 48-inch deep one, which I think is going to be the perfect size for a going on 7 and going on 9-year-old for next year. We're not going to stuff car insurance because we do have $500 in the savings account for this. This needs to get paid, I want to say in like 3 weeks or something though. It will be pulled and due, and then we will start saving for the next 6 months car insurance. We're going to do some minimal amounts, guys, but my hope is to be back here on Friday and stuff a little bit more. We will see, I guess. Do we need anything for back to school? Let me reevaluate my life choices. Okay, I just bought the boys clothes, so they don't really need clothes for back to school. They might need a couple things. Honestly, I think the money we have in here, 100 in the savings account, 50, 55, 56, 57, 157 is going to be perfect for our needs. There's a $100 curriculum. One last thing that I want to buy for my oldest son, and then we are completely covered with all of our curriculum and needs for the upcoming school year. They're good with clothes. I think this is more than enough of what we need. Anyways, let me know when is the best month or time to buy an above ground pool, because I need to start saving for one. I would like to get my boys something a bit bigger for next summer, because they are definitely outgrowing the current one, and I'm surprised it's still standing. They beat that thing up so much because they're getting so big, y'all. The jump between 6 and 7 and the jump between 8 and 9, I feel like is huge. Like, they've just grown, and they've grown up so much these last few months. If you have kids, tell me what you think is the biggest age jump. My youngest is going from 6 to 7. My oldest is going from 8 to 9. And I feel like both of those ages are just turning into like big kid ages. They're big stages. So their growth spurts have proven it for me, at least. Let me know what you think is the biggest age jumps. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, okay, moving on. Yearly memberships. I do want to put some money into yearly memberships. We just paid, this does not want to work. We did just pay $200 towards yearly memberships here local, and I think that's all we're really gonna need this coming year. I would like to start saving for next year though, because I'm planning a potential move, and if we're in a new area, I already know I'm gonna want to get several memberships just so that my kids are excited and they're having fun, you know. Let's make this a priority and start saving some. I think we're gonna go ahead and put $20. Each of our little cards is going, oh, I need to get some pens that like my writing actually looks good. You know, some pens, I don't have the best handwriting, but some pens, you're like, oh, my handwriting looks really good with that. These particular, just these Papermate pens are not it, okay? They always make me look like I'm a 5-year-old trying to draw for the first time. 3-year-old, 2-year-old, you know what I'm saying, whatever. The memberships we got are for a local aquarium and for a local children's museum. If you guys get yearly memberships, let me know in the comments what you guys get memberships to. Like, do you get memberships to the zoo? Do you get memberships to an aquarium or a museum? I know this area so well because I grew up here, so I kind of knew exactly what I want to get without having to do a lot of research. But as I'm thinking about a big move and moving the kids, I'm curious if I even know what all my options are. Oh, this is for Christmas. This is Christmas money. Y'all, it's been so long since I've done this. I'm like, what is this even for? Okay, 15. No, that was 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We are going to color in the 14. I already know that I'm behind on this because we haven't done this in at least a few weeks. I think next week we will make this a priority and see where we need to catch up to. If you happen to be doing the penny challenge and you're stuffing one thing every single week, let me know what we should be on. That would simplify my life. But if you don't let me know, I'll look it up hopefully next week and see where we should be with the penny challenge. Penny challenge, we do have $100 in a savings account. 50, 70, 90, 95, 200, 201, 2, 3, 4, $204 towards the penny challenge. Couple more categories and we will be done. Let's definitely put some money into the boys' birthdays. Y'all, their birthdays are coming up in what? A couple months? 2 months. We have 2 months left. We do have 500, 600, 700 in the savings account. Let's go ahead and add 40 and color in a couple spots. I was thinking this would go towards Great Wolf Lodge, but both of them are saying they want presents this year instead. I don't exactly know how I'm going to divvy that out. They also want like a little park party with a few of their friends. We will see. We're going to see as we get closer exactly what we land on, because y'all know kids, like, their minds change. It probably will continue to change until like the week of, right? So celebrating my boys for their birthdays, which come back to back, thank goodness. I just kind of save for this once a year thing. We have 700 in the savings account, 20, 40, 60, 80, $780 towards the boys' birthdays. Okay, 2 more categories. Extra car payment. We have $300 in the bank. That's what these placeholders are for. Y'all, I normally would have more actual cash instead of placeholders, but I did just do a big swap where we got rid of all of the cash, put it in a savings account. Now we just have the placeholders. So that's what's happening here. We're just going to put $5 in extra car payment because that 100-day savings challenge we're doing, which at the end of 100 days we would have $5,500. We're actually saving that towards the car payment. So while this is still a priority, all of my extra money right now is going towards that 100-day savings challenge, which is towards an extra car payment, a very large extra car payment. So extra car payment, we have $305. And then for our very last savings challenge, we're just gonna put everything we have left. So for the 100 envelope savings challenge, for me, this is just a general like emergency fund at this point. We're putting 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. $21 into our 100 envelope savings challenge, and then let's count and see what we have in here total. 100 envelope savings challenge, we have 1,000 in the savings account, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, $1,052 towards our 100 envelope savings challenge. That is it for this cash stuffing. I hope you guys have a very fun, very safe 4th of July. Be careful out there. And as always, I appreciate you guys. I love you, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.